everybody, Crystal Beaudry here with Crystal's Clean Kitchen, where we help make clean eating a lifestyle. So one of my favorite episodes to do is anything with breakfast. And we have so many breakfast ideas that we have made before. I made a whole playlist about them. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure to go do that because we have some amazing ideas. We have waffles, we have pancakes, we have breakfast pizza, and we have crepes. Now they're all low carb friendly and keto approved, so you're not going to want to miss any of those. Well, in today's episode, we're going to be making a sausage, egg, and cheese eggwich. Now, these are super delicious and they're really easy to make. They're way faster than anything, and you can make a ton of them all at once. You can store them in the refrigerator or the freezer and have a really healthy breakfast idea whenever you want to. You can also put any other toppings that you wanted on them. Sometimes I do tomatoes, sometimes I do avocado, and it's delicious. Now we're also going to be showing you how to make some keto approved breakfast sausage because so many of the sausages that you get from the store have so much sugar in them. I know a lot of people don't realize that, especially with breakfast sausage. So I'm going to be showing you how to make a keto approved breakfast sausage that we can put into our sandwich as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button and stay tuned. Here's all of our ingredients that we're going to be using. So we are going to be making our own breakfast sausage. Now I got this one out just so that I could show you. If you read the ingredients, I never really noticed this before, but there's a ton of sugar in it. So we're going to just be making our own. And so I just got some ground pork, a pound of ground pork. And then we're going to be using some spices and kind of making our own breakfast sausage. Now, we're going to need a half of a teaspoon of some onion powder, a half a teaspoon of some garlic, a half a teaspoon of black pepper, a fourth of a teaspoon of some chili powder, and just a pinch of some clove. We're also going to use 1 teaspoon of salt. Now, a lot of people add a sweetener in with their sausage, and you totally can do that. So if you wanted to make it a little bit sweeter, then I would just say add in about a half of a tablespoon of some Swerve brown sugar, or you could of course make your own brown sugar out of monk fruit using monk fruit and yakan syrup or monk fruit and molasses. So we're going to be putting them today in this silicone muffin pan. Now I am so excited. I just got this from Amazon. I'll make sure to link it down below. I usually use my metal one and it's such a hassle because I always have to clean like all the tops of it and it takes forever. Even though I was using liners, it would still take forever. Ugh. So I'm so glad I got this. Or you could also use something like this if you are wanting it to be a little bit bigger and more of like a sandwich that you could hold. These ones are going to be smaller, kind of more along the size of like bite pieces, but I just made some for my kids and they loved them. And so I know that this way is going to work. And then we're going to just cut the middle and then put it into sandwich form. So the good thing is about this recipe, you can use however many eggs you want, however much cheese you want. I'm going to be doing 12 eggs because I'm going to be making some to be able to put into the freezer for my kids for breakfast or the fridge, whatever you're wanting. So I'm going to use a pound of some sausage and 12 eggs and probably about, because they're small, I'll probably use about 6 pieces of cheese. All right, so we have our Hannah honey cracking all the eggs for us. You know, she's actually a really good egg cracker. You having fun, girl? Now, while Hannah is whisking, I'm going to make sure I take out the shells. And then I'm going to add in some seasoning. I'm going to add in some black pepper, little salt, little onion powder.
Ew, what's that for?
You like onion powder. Ew. And just a little garlic. Ooh, that was a lot of garlic. And then I'm going to add in just about maybe 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of some heavy whipping cream. What that's going to do is that's going to just make it a little bit more fluffy. After we're done whisking these, we are going to be portioning them out into our muffin pan and then baking them at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. You'll kind of see them puffed up and you'll know that they're done. You want to portion these about 3/4 of the way full. Just take a little bit out of here. You want to make them as even as possible. All right, so I've portioned these out. They all look about the same. I'm gonna put this on a baking sheet. You could actually do that before you portion them out. And then I'll be baking it 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. So we're gonna put our pork in a bowl. Do you have it pork with your breakfast pizza? Okay, put a little bit of pepper in. I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic in. You could put a little bit more. Good. Okay, that's good. Thanks, girl. A little bit of chili powder.
Kitty, what did I mean?
A little bit of cloves.
Nope.
And a little bit of salt. Okay, is your hands washed, girl?
Yeah.
They are? Oh yeah, you just washed them. Okay, now guess what we get to do? Mix it up! Let's do this. Gotta mix together all the nice seasonings. Gotta make sure that all the seasonings are not in clumps, okay?
Okay.
Then what we're going to do is we are going to be portioning these out into small pieces and cooking them, making them into sausage patties. We're gonna just take a little piece like this.
I know how to know that.
Oh, you know how to do it already?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna roll it in a ball and then we're gonna smash it down. Smash it down.
It's almost like a mommy. It's almost like
Like a baby? Like
No.
a baby piece?
no, it's almost like slime.
It looks like slime?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Now you want the pieces a little bit bigger around than what the bottom of the muffin pan is because they will shrink once we cook them. Hannah, honey, that might be a little too small.
small.
Yeah, that might be a little too small, girl.
Like it big?
No, this one is too small. Gotta make it bigger. Add it together.
Okay.
Now, if you run out, I'm not quite sure if we will have enough for 12 sausage patties, one for each of them. But if you run out, you could also do ham, you could do some bacon. But I mean, this is relatively pretty easy to do. Here they are. I got 11 patties. I could have made it a little smaller just to make sure that I got 12, but honestly, I don't really care. I can have one that just has cheese in it. Okay, let's go heat these up on the stove. Heated up my pan. I'm going to just be adding in all of my sausages, or as many as I can fit at once, and then I'll be doing a double batch of that. This is when you want to flip it. They're just lightly brown on their first side. So when I pulled these out of the oven, a couple of them were puffed a ton, like, I mean, a crazy ton. And thankfully, they just went right back down. I was like, oh, we might have a couple that don't look the greatest. But since they went back down, it turned out perfect. Now here's what they're looking like at the end of this. I'm gonna let them cool down a little bit more, and then I'm going to be cutting them in half and assembling them into sandwiches. Ooh, this one turned out really good. I love, though, how easy this is to just push these out of the mold. But you guys, isn't this such a simple way to make a breakfast for the whole week and have them easily ready and prepped? It just takes a few minutes, not very long at all. Okay, so I have everything kind of set up and ready to go. I'm going to be cutting my cheeses into fourths, and you can either put 2 of them on, so a half a piece of cheese, or you could just put a fourth. That would be fine as well. And then I also found a tomato, so I'm going to do some tomato in a couple of them, at least the ones I'm eating for breakfast and giving to the kids. Okay, so we're just going to cut them in half, and then we will be assembling. Here's what they look like on the inside. Assembling it. Look at that. Oh, that looks so awesome. Actually, I'm going to put another piece of cheese on this side. This looks so good. So I'm just going to cut them all open. I'm going to assemble them all. And then you can store these in the freezer or in the refrigerator. You could put them in some tin foil so that heating them up, like in the oven, would be easier. You could put them in parchment paper, or you could store them in the fridge in an airtight container. That would work well also. But this would be just a great way to have some healthy breakfast lined up and ready to go so that you're not making bad choices and so that you're really getting satisfied. So what I also have some guacamole that I made yesterday. Now remember, if you saw my guacamole recipe, I make guac all the time, so I always have some on hand. And so I might put a little bit of that in here as well, just because I have it on hand. Now a couple of these were a little thick, which is okay. I could have made them a little bit smaller though. That would have worked also. Now I left them a little warm because I wanted the cheese to kind of melt also. But wow, those look so amazing. All right, you guys, here it is. Now, so many of my videos are really short because cooking is so easy. And especially cooking healthy can be super easy too. So let's give it a taste test. Hannah's gonna be trying it with me. This one has avocado. What do you think, girl? You like it? Yeah. It's super good. Now, the sausage is very flavorful. It tastes great. You're going to love it. So make sure to make the sausage as well. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and also stay tuned because we have a lot more awesome episodes coming your way. We'll see you next time.